just simple distractions like texting, Facebook, friends in general, and hanging out with other people.
Probably friends that aren't Christians and school.
I think things that keep me from not connecting with God is like not making time for Him. Like I will put like other things before Him, and then just like kind of blow Him off.
I guess one thing that keeps me from connecting fully to God is just the sin and burdens in my life. But it says here in James 1:14 and 15, but each one is tempted when by his own evil desire he is dragged away and enticed. When after the desire has conceived, it gives birth to sin, and sin, when it is full grown, gives birth to death. And you know, there's just so many times that we live in sin, and it keeps us so far away from God. And just one of the many things that can just keep us from fully connecting to God.
Things that disconnect me from Christ, my biggest one would probably be music, because not everybody, you know, you can get up on stage and you can play the Christian music. People think, wow, this, you know, this is all this guy plays is, you know, From the Inside Out, songs like that. But really, that's, you know, when I'm away from church, that's not what I listen to at all. I mean, and most all of us are like that. You know, some people like rap. You know, some people are like me. They like, you know, hard stuff. You know, like Slipknot, just naming some stuff. And you know, some people like, you know, Puff Daddy. I don't know, stuff like that. And you know, really, you got to look at like how God feels about it. You know, it's like it's good. It might be good to you, but is it really something that you would use to witness somebody? And it's really not. But you know, that's just our human nature. We tend to like things of the flesh that aren't really close, that comes, you know, out of the Word of what God would want us to, you know, be reading or, you know, putting in our ears. Because in the end, what you put into your ears comes out, you know. So.
One thing that keeps me from connecting to God is maybe friends that haven't completely given their all to Jesus. And I mean, they're not bad people, but nobody's perfect, and they just forget to mention Him ever. And you get so caught up in hanging out with them and doing fun things, and God really doesn't come up that often. But when those people really let you down because they don't have Jesus's love to show you, they don't show you His love, they let you down, and that really discourages me. One of my favorite verses that I came across recently at Falls Creek, during one of my quiet times, I had finished what we were supposed to read, and I was just reading. I just opened it, and there it was. And it's Isaiah 2:22. It says, "Stop trusting in man, who has but a breath in his nostrils. Of what account is he?" And it's so true, because man will let you down so many times, and but God's always there for you afterwards. So.
I'm here today to talk about what was keeping me from connecting to the Lord again, to devoting my life and my soul, and I just wanted to let you guys know that I had an addiction to online gaming. Is what it was. It was a PlayStation Network, and he was really weighing down on my heart, you know, and he, you know, it was. I was watching the movie Fireproof, and I bet you guys have seen it, and or if you haven't, I strongly recommend it. And I kept saying to myself for about a week and a half, you know, that's, you know, my addiction isn't that. It's not that trash. You know, I don't have that addiction in my life, so I'm good to go in that department. I don't have any parasites in my life. And I watched it one time with my wife, sitting here and with me, and she was sitting right there, and I said, and I heard a, "What do you spend your time, money, life, and love? What do you know? What keeps you from the things that you love?" And it was like the Lord straight up shone a light just right there on the PlayStation and said, "You need to get that out of your house, because it is not of me, and it is not in my will that I spend, that it is not in my will that you spend your time away from your family, away from my word. The time that you could be spending there is the time you spend on that machine, that infernal machine, is the time that you could be reading and studying and loving my word. And right then, I just decided right then that I needed to get it out of my house and reconnect to my Bible and make that my best friend, make His word and His light lead my life.